Okay, good evening. It's the 11th of December, 2022, 2025. Look at me. I'm taking us back for 4 years or 3 years. But anyway, slip off the tongue. So yeah, I hope everyone is well. Hope you had a great trading day. And it's another eventful day at the market. I mean, how did it go for you? I think for me, it went well. And I hope it did go well for you as well. It's quite strange actually, because yesterday was the yesterday was the rate cut, and yesterday I said let the market digest it. Hold on, don't rush. What did I say? Wait for the move after the move after the move, and that's your move. And how did the market react yesterday? I think yesterday was nothing but a gap. It was calm, but today, as we can see, look at the cues right here. We are back. I mean, I was looking at this, speaking of the trend line, and it seems like we are back to all-time highs again. Not exactly inching of an all-time high. I think, it's quite strange actually, because it was nothing but it yesterday. So, we were not spooked by Powell. And again, so nothing mattered really. But if you look at where we are right now, we are looking at 627 as the line, 627. But where are we? We are literally inching 625. So just 2 pointers and we all-time high. I mean, I remember, sorry, we're at 627. 637 is the all-time high. But I remember earlier in the year, we were literally begging for for a down, for a correction, a form of correction, and we did have it. It kind of got boring at some point, and then the market started moving all over again. But anyway, we are back again, back to all-time highs in the market, and well, almost all-time highs. And we're quite used to this, aren't we? I mean, the cues. If you look at the SPY as well, I've been seeing people calling different numbers for the SPY. End of year is 700 possible. I mean, don't bet against it. Come on, 10 more points, and we've got just about 20 days of more trading, or 2 weeks of trading, and 2 weeks and a bit, or let's just say 3 weeks. Look, we're inching all-time high now, blow off top, and we're there. And look at the size of that candle. That's telling you something, isn't it? Now, a few things regarding the events that happened today. Probably going to look at a bit of a corporate news, really. I did actually have a few things, and I'm going to be, I'm not going to talk about it yet, but we are looking at 2026 markets outlook. But firstly, silver. If you look at what silver did, I think silver's been the play of the year this year. We've been watching this thing for 40, and to think I never actually took a bite, that's so annoying, isn't it? But look, silver is now ranked the fifth biggest asset, among all assets. So it surpassed Microsoft to become the world's fifth largest asset by market capitalization. We've got Broadcom there lagging behind, Bitcoin lagging behind. Bitcoin hasn't actually been amazing this year, to be fair. And as you caught me when I opened the chart, let's quickly look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been struggling for a bit, but I think I did call back for re-entry at 90,000. Again, this is not financial advice. It's just, my trade, and, this is my journey, which I'm just taking you along with. So yeah, and we can see it right there. I think it's stalling below 100, but I think right now I am seeing this as a continuation run or continuation move. That's that one there. Also, there's quite a few trades, which I'm just quickly going to talk about as well. So just give us a second. I think there was something I saw as well in the UK. I mean, in this debate of is AI over? Is it not? Is it a bubble? I saw something on the news today about that was on BBC, about the lack of teachers. And now in the UK, some, there's there was a protest actually, but teachers out, so schools are now using AI and deepfakes to answer recruitment issues. So from deepfake AIs, the teachers to remote maths lessons, how are teachers using tech and AI in the classroom? Yeah. So because of course, I mean, people want to work, maybe, but things get a bit boring and people are looking at alternatives. That's that one. Also, this is something interesting as well. President Trump launched the $1 million gold card. Not that I need one, but there you go. Launches a $1 million gold card, immigration visa. I mean, one of the key things he said is that if you can make a substantial benefit to the United States, yes. And of course, one of the things he's also mentioned is whatever money they can get from this, they will put towards paying the US debt. So I think that's a good one. Also, what did we wake up to? Boom, we woke up to Oracle. That's been the trade of the day. It had a huge tumble. It was a 15% tumble actually, and as you can see, it's still very much down. It did pick up a little bit, but yeah, it went way below 200. I've been talking about this for a while now, from the highs of 345. Do I think it's undervalued? I think definitely Oracle's hits a turnaround time at this point. Again, not financial advice. That's what I think. A few things the news said, well, the article said about it. If I'm just gonna try and post a little bit of it, because as a result of Oracle tumbling, we also had CoreWeave and if we had CoreWeave also tumbled as well, and a few other positions. So this is Oracle. What happened right here? It tumbled from Q2 revenue miss despite cloud surge. So the share slipped 7%. It was a lot more, 14% actually, or 15. The company posted adjusted earnings of 226 on revenue of 16 billion, which is up 14% year on year. Cloud revenue includes infrastructure and applications rose 36% to 8 billion. So infrastructure sales jumped 66%, Fusion Cloud ERP revenue. So overall, I mean, I think this is a BTD by the deep opportunity for some people anyway, if you're interested in this. But that's just what I think. Also, I was doing a bit of research about the Iron Dome research as well, and we had Axel Brands who had a collaboration with Walmart, and I think I saw this made a huge jump. It was about 80%, and it sold off a little bit, but yeah, that was an amazing run he had. Also, some earnings, stronger parts of tech continue to be memory, fiber optics, LIT, AAOA, COHR, GLW, some of the things that are making big moves. Look at that. So some of these companies they are in play, applied up to electronics, and as you can see, they've been very strong. Lights as well. I've been looking at lights for a while. You got to understand. I mean, I've got no law as far as I'm concerned. Money's on the upside, I make it. Money's on the downside, I make it. I also talked about ONDS as well in the group. I call this for a move, and boom, this is it. But one thing I keep saying, you got to know when to hold, know when to walk away, know when to run. Um, so, IWM new highs. I was talking about IWM yesterday. I kind of felt like this is going to be another blow off top. Look, this market just it just keep climbing every wall of worry. I don't see any bad news at all right now to get this going. We also had crude oil. Crude oil has been selling off, which is a strange one. You know, President Trump, he did very well with this one. He did, he likes cheap crude oil prices. And if you think about it, anything macro is being suppressed. We don't have any scare to make us think oil is going to climb. Also been looking at Costco. This is one here. People feel strong about this. People say you own Costco, you don't, you don't trade it. But I don't have this. This is just a business thing. So you can see right here, made a bounce, but I still think there's a bit more downside to Costco. Again, like I said, that's just me. Those initial jobless claims, we're at 232K versus 223 expected. That's a little bit up. And if you listen very well to um, Powell yesterday, it wasn't exactly as dovish as people thought. I think he talked about the threat of inflation still there, and if you think about it, markets an all-time high. But what does that tell you? Don't say the S word. I think it's stagflation, don't you think? So you've got to be careful. Don't buy everything. Don't buy everything. Got to have that cash. Whether you're an investor or a trader, you got to know when to hold, know when to run. Also, part of the trade today was I mean, unfortunately, TTD. TTD has been abysmal from, as an S&P company. I actually thought they were going to get kicked out, but they haven't been kicked out yet. But I don't even want to measure from highs. But I think this has lost over 60% of its market cap from highs. But if you're going to look at it actually, so let's see. Let's do a quick measure. And you can see it right there. So if we go all the way down, and you can see trade desk is, yep. Oh wow, this is disappointing. It's down over 70%, 70% down. It's lost. Some people say, oh, you want to buy the dip, but you got to understand, know when to buy the dip. Your body here, your body here, your body here. Oh, it faked it out and then took you all right back there. So, know when to buy the dip. Sometimes some business model, some modes get eroded, and not all dips for buys, unfortunately. Also, we had Cisco, one of those. I remember buying this in, was it 2007 or something? Look, congratulations if you own Cisco. 25 years later, you literally you're just breaking even. It's been a disappointment, to be fair, really. One of those, um, yeah, look at that here from you just paid 50% from the dot-com bubble right there, and then boom, 2021, you just about broken even, and then again went back all-time high today. But this is embarrassing. This is terrible. It must have lost about 90% of its value before it eventually started climbing, came down, and then eventually. So yeah, Cisco's again, there's always a lesson. You cannot be a leader forever. And finally, there's also one more I wanted to talk about. Yes, I was looking at was it Eli? Not Eli Lilly. He was hold on a second. I mean, I was looking at level two for this company, and this is one I have been, yeah, Lululemon. It's one I've been talking about for a long, long while. And again, literally just before the market closed, and I said I could see people moving in here. They moved in, they moved in, they moved in. And guess what? After hours, it made a 10% jump. Apparently, it was told that they've got, was it the CEO stepped down or got a new CEO, something like that. But anyway, overall, all I say is I respect the price, and that's it. 10%. I didn't get into this actually, but at the last minute of the market, I said to the guys in the group, guys, pay attention. I could see, buyers coming in here, but again, we didn't make the move. Well, I didn't make the move anyway. I hope someone did in the group. But until then, guys, have a great evening. I shall see you again on the field tomorrow. Tomorrow is another great trading day. We hope it goes well, and have a good evening, guys, and good night. Bye bye.